had a teacher one time who was African, Nigerian to be exact. And he was a very good teacher, very intelligent teacher, very knowledgeable, very funny, and had great attributes. And I really enjoyed his class. Learned a lot from him. And I remember in one class, he was giving a lecture and he was talking about how when he first came to America, he was around a lot of black people. He came to Washington, D.C., my hometown. And he went to Howard University, and this is during the 60s. This is during, I guess, the height of the civil rights movement. And so, we were, you had, James Brown, I'm Black and I'm Proud. A lot of the girls were wearing their fros, men were too. You had dashikis everywhere. People were very proud of their African heritage, and they were trying to embrace it and trying to experience it however they could. Anyhow, he felt he had a hard time understanding why they felt the need to do that, why they felt it necessary to say I'm black and I'm proud, because the thought of saying I'm black and I'm proud never really dawned on him, because he came from a country where everybody was black, where, of course I'm proud of being black, and he really didn't understand what it felt like to be an American in this country, because in this country it's not really designed with us in mind. This country was not designed for us. This country was designed for white people, and this country best benefits white people. And that's just because the American people, and pretty much all of us who are here at this point are pretty much racist. I think pretty much everybody in America got a little racist attitude in them. It's a sickness that has caught all over our country, and we kind of have to purge ourselves of it if we can recognize it in ourselves. Many of us can't even recognize it no more. The thing is that a lot of Africans come to this country, and their main objective, and foreigners in general, not just Africans, but all kinds of Latinos or Asians, whoever, they come to America to do well, and in order to do well, they have to kind of assimilate, basically, into white society. So they make great pets, basically make excellent pets. They make better pets than we would have ever made, because we're the kind of pets that fight back. We will bite you. These people, have, for most part, they have a reason to play the game, because it's going to benefit them in some way. Most of them come here with a clean bill of credit, a lot of times, and many of them come here and they do very well, and they work very hard. They learn the language. Many Africans come here already knowing the language. Many people come from countries where they had some kind of status where they were, so they want to kind of, I guess, continue that here. If they're not able to, they're angry. Many of them, there are many different scenarios that happen. Many of them come here because of, political unrest and their, political asylum, or maybe they come here because they just want more opportunities. They come from a poor country and they just really want to make a way for themselves and their families. And they come here oftentimes and they work very, very hard. And I have respect for all of them. That's a hard thing to do. I have never had to leave my country and go elsewhere and survive and make it. That's hard. So I give them respect on that alone. But the truth is that so many of them come here and they have these really messed up views of African Americans. They have the same kind of views that we have of them in a lot of different ways, because they come from a country where all they see is what's on TV. As far as their ideas of America and the American people, they see what they see on TV. So they have a very, very ideal kind of view of America, and it's not necessarily rooted in fact or truth or what's really going on in America. They think America's a great country and it's all rainbows and sunshine, and it's a great country opportunity and there's nothing bad there. And unfortunately, they don't see it the way that sometimes it can really be. It's a hard country to live in. We have many different things that are wrong, but also for them, it's a great country. Regardless of how hard it might be for us, it's great to them because they come from probably a country that's less developed in most times, because we're, the most powerful country in many respects. Anyhow, they come here with that kind of idea, so they want to assimilate into America. They want to, be cool with everybody, especially white people. So they get all kinds of little, low, jobs. And as time goes along, we've seen them kind of inch up a little bit and get better jobs, and and that's great. But what they have to understand is that they've always been in the majority. We've been in the minority. we have been oppressed to an extent. We have had disadvantages from the very first day we were free. When the slaves were first freed, they had the Freedmen's Bureau they established just for a moment, and it would be an organization that would do great things for the black community and really help the new citizens, the new Americans, the new African Americans come into America and have a fighting chance. That organization was dissolved soon after it was established, and it really didn't help many black people. And that's when it began for us, when the vagrancy laws began, when the federal government had to continue to step in to protect us, when we were getting hung at will. There were never any, justice. What the hell is justice? You know what I'm saying? What the hell is that lady with the, what is that? The lady with the, what is that? We're not getting any justice at all. For us, it was a very different situation than a lot of them have right now. Latinos, take heed. If you get too rowdy, they will come after you. They came after us. That's what they do. They're great at it. No offense to all Americans. I don't think everyone's racist in this country. But in a climate like right now, when you have the Tea Party on TV, talking about take our country back, you have to kind of stop and think, take your country back to what? You know what I'm saying? What exactly are you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? And then when you hear what they're talking about, quoting the Constitution like it's the Holy Grail, and I'm like, like it's some kind of relic. I mean, it's like, come on, it's meant to be changed. It's meant to be formed the way that we as Americans want to have it formed. I won't even go there. This is a different video. I digress. So, back to the African thing. They come here and they assimilate, and they do a great job at assimilating. But they also, along with assimilating, they also look down on black people. They look down on us because they don't understand our situation. They look down on us because they feel like they had a harder go than we had. They look down on us because they are just downright ignorant, and maybe they just have tribal mentality where they want to fight everybody. There's a little difference in them than it is in you, whatever it might be. They have issues with us, and it's not us that got the problem, it's them who got the problem, okay? Because this is our country, so get that real straight. And we not going anywheres. Yeah, I just said that. We ain't going nowheres. This is our country. And the thing is that they come here, they look down on black people. They basically assume the position. They assume the position that all immigrants who come here do. America, that's just the way that it has been for us. And it's not right. It is not right to have some immigrant who just got here off the boat. The water ain't even fresh yet. And you have the audacity to look down at me, to look down your nose at me and clutch your damn bag when I'm coming to the room. Like I want what you got. Like if you got some money that I can use. I mean, for real, And I'm like, they a lot of times don't even see themselves doing this. But I see them doing it all the time. And I think it's ingrained in them, because they're at home in their little village or whatever, and they're watching TV, and they see all these different, ideas, and what I'm saying, and I'm just like, and then they see us portrayed in certain ways in the news, and that's what they believe is always the truth. The thing is that they have to understand too that, and we've seen things about you guys on TV that we haven't necessarily let us, let change our thinking about you. We've seen, how African people have been portrayed in the media for decades. I see how, we were little kids, most of us remember how they had those infomercials on TV with, the little Ethiopian child with, fly on his eyeball, you know what I'm saying? And, and it's just sad. It's just a sad thing. You know what I'm saying? I remember reading books about how women were being circumcised in Africa, you know what I'm saying, and left for dead, how babies were getting raped because they thought that might help with curing AIDS, how albinos were being killed and sometimes partially devoured because it would help with good luck or something. There are tribal wars, there are genocides, what's happening in South Africa. There are so many issues with Africa right now that black people could be talking about, but we are not talking about them. First of all, because it ain't our business. It's not our place to go there on Africa like that. We can discuss it in, a respectful way. It's their culture. We're going to discuss their culture because we have an interest in their culture because we care about where we came from and all those great things.